And we see this being a big phase for BDPA because we're a national organization, 50 chapters around the country, etc. All that is great, but the world is global. And so when I saw the vision that popped in my mind, I saw BDPA with chapters or students globally. We have requests from England. We have requests for chapters from England, from the Bahamas, from India. So we have, once people find out about the IT Corp, it's coming to us like this. So it's not only just on the continent of Africa. So this isn't just one place. It's a global initiative. And BDPA has the opportunity to step up and serve on the global stage of international, the global arena, as I like to call it. And the leaders will be our students who will grow into technology on a global level. So that's the BDPA IT Corp. We're so proud of our young men, to be and who are, the ones who are coming on. And I really wish that the ones, and their parents could be here. But as Ken said, I know they're probably doing homework. So if they're doing homework, we'll let them do the homework and carry on without them. So with that, that's my introduction to you of the IT Corp. And we will get to our town hall kind of format here in a minute, but I think it's germane to know kind of where this concept came from, how we see it, and how it relates to BDPA. So with that, I will now pass the torch over to Dr. Solberg, and we call him Demo, and you do your thing.
There's always one guy in the room who will actually break the plate, and it's going to be me. I have a thing about doing things like that. Why we're all standing outside of it like there's something in the middle of it. So if you don't mind, I'd like to. It's going to roll. It's going to roll. Yes. No wonder they don't do that. Thanks for that brief overview of the IT Corp. One thing about Norman is that if Norman has an idea and he calls you up and he says, I have an idea, this happens to most people just run away. Because there's a lot of work out there. That's how all the 55 chapters of BDPA started. Somebody says, I have an idea. If you see Norman and George Williams together, definitely take a bus out of town. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. There's so many things that have happened. But it's actually been that kind of story. This is the stuff that you read in books about a couple of people getting together and saying, you know what? And he calls me and he says, you know, I'm from Nigeria, and he says, yeah, I have this idea. You know, why don't you meet me for coffee? And about 4 hours later, we're at the Starbucks from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock. He didn't buy me lunch. And we started talking about this global initiative and what's your perspective on it and so forth. And I said, you know what? I've been away from Nigeria continuously for about 35 years. So I'm sometimes winging it myself. So we just decided, let's go check it out. And one thing led to another. BDPA as an organization basically backed us up to say, yeah, go ahead and take that trip to Tanzania and let's see basically what you come back with. I'm going to run through a few slides here that just gives you, if you haven't seen this already, just a little bit of an overview of some of the things that we...
I can hit the lights, but if I do
that, sure. Okay. Yes. Have something to offer them. The IT Corp missions, though, will be, we need to do this, and this is part of why our panelists are here this evening. We have to do something at home to show that these missions work here. That, like the young man over here who has all this brilliant knowledge, if you're already doing things in your own backyard, then you can go anywhere on the globe and say, I do this where I'm from. Let's really land it. It's right there by Mount Kilimanjaro. And I'm going to put the lights back on? Yeah. It's not a technology problem, actually. Let's get one of the kids to go up there. Yeah. Hit that button or something. All right, thank you. And that brings us to why we asked you guys, you gentlemen, to come here this evening. And by the way, we had more than just gentlemen that were invited. 2 ladies were not able to make it. Goldie Abbas wasn't able to make it this evening, and Patricia Sims was not. But the reason we brought you out here basically was to say, we know that you are not only in the work that you do just wedded to computer work and so forth, and you know, and you have different perspectives about the